Kristen's always got a bunch on it.
So we didn't properly Google groundbreaking this morning like we intended to find out what you're exactly supposed to do with these things. But because sort of my job is to talk, I get to say things for the cameras and the very few people here. But thank you all. We decided to make this kind of a low-key event, being our first project and a relatively small one in scale, and to save our exciting big party for when the houses are finished, which will be
roughly what we figure, about 80 days.
December 23rd, I think we said.
about 80 days from now. The project itself is basically, the idea was we want to build these green, modern houses. And we've seen people like the Rag Flats guys do it, and they do wonderful stuff. But what we realized during the course of the beginning of this project was that there's no way that we can afford the houses that we're trying to build. They're expensive. Green is often seen as a premium. And so we're like, well, is there a way that we could build a house that we could afford? And the magic number for a modern building seems to be $100 a square foot. So we figured $100,000 house, we bought the website, got started on it. And as we've gone on, we've realized that, you can actually build modern and build green for about the same price that you can build a standard house, if you take time to think about the design and think about the process. And so this is all about design and process. It's all about the building technique. And that's actually something that we're going to be talking a lot about and dealing a lot with in the next year or two, is the idea that there's a different way to build a house. And it's not green, it's not modern, it's just like the right way to build a house. And so that's sort of what this is the jumping off point for. So this project, while it's important in its own right, is, we feel, just the beginning of what we're hoping to do with this stuff. You want the pitchfork or the shovel? There's not a lot of focus on affordability in green. I think a lot of people see green as a premium. People say, I'm going to build a house, and then I'm going to build it green, and then I can sell it for 15%, 20% more. And I think in that sense, that green building is kind of like green building is kind of a detriment to sustainable building. The blog has been a big thing for us, 100khouse.com. We have an ongoing blog, and every design element has been brought up by the blog and been reviewed by people who are interested in this stuff. So we've actually had major changes take place in the design based on feedback from the blog. It's sort of an open source design concept where we're transparent with everything. Budget, every cost, everything that's going into it is available to people who are interested in this process and in this idea. So.